The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I want to share with you one last story. Just heard the story. Last week, I heard it from the Elazar Meisels, which is how I can share it. It's a fellow I know. And Yid, he went to Eretz Yisrael, took his family there to Eretz Yisrael for the summer. He had an apartment in Givatzev. And he didn't have a car. So one week he rented a car, and then at the end of the week he gave back the car and figured he can do without it the next week. The next week he realized, no, I need this car. Now, the problem is in Givatzev he didn't have it to rent a car, I guess, so he had to take some buses, one or two buses, from Givatzev to Yerushalayim. Schlep, comes into Yerushalayim, goes to the car rental agency, comes there, he tells them he wants this and this car. Okay, can I have your license and credit card? Reaches into his pocket. His wallet is gone. And no license. No credit card, right? A stranger in a strange land with no identification. So he says to them, don't worry, guys, that's not a problem. He's a little like, oh, what's going to be? But he said, guys, it's not a problem. Let me have the car. I rented it from you last week. You have all my information. You have my license. You have my this. Yeah, you ever try reasoning with an Israeli? Huh? Ever try appealing for his mercy? That's mamish, the worst thing you can do. You don't show weakness to an Israeli. Well, they were having none of it. No. Emen lanu et harishayon. Nothing doing. En rechev. You're not getting a car. He says, yeah, but I gave it to you last week. You have my information. Look at my picture on the license. It's not so hard. Habibi, yesh lecha rishayon o lo. Emenas, lech. Got nothing to do with you. Go home. No point in argue with them. It only gets it worse. Then they'll never rent you a car. He says, okay, forget about it. Guys, have a good day. Figures, okay, he's going to take a cab. Now. There's no more car for a bus. He's going to take a cab back to Givatzev. So he takes a cab back to Givatzev. He figures, I'll go to my apartment. And in my apartment, I'll see what to do. He comes to the apartment. Locked. Doesn't have a key. Oh, come on. Okay, why? Because his wife is supposed to be in the apartment. No, he gets there, but he knocks it. No, he calls his wife. Hi, where are you? Took the kids to the park. Very nice. Which park? Because there's a park right nearby. So he figures, okay, I'll walk out to the park. No. She took them to the park on the other side of Givatzev. A ganz long distance, about a half hour. He says, okay, fine. So you can see this day is not working out very nicely for him. First he loses his wallet, then the stubborn guy, the ksheyorif over there at the car rental is not renting it to him, and now his wife is at the far park. So he goes to the far park and he spends some time with them, and he told me, I'm working on myself, and I'm saying, look, everything, this is the Rabbi Shalom's Ratzon, this is for good. He said, I'm working on my betachon, but I tell you, it was a little hard, a little challenging, but okay, I'm good. He said, I was good till we had to go home. And then we're going home. And I said, it's a half hour. I don't feel like it. Let's take a bus. So I know the bus. I told my wife, 3 stops. It's 3 stops from this park. I know we've done this before. So they get on the bus. He tells his wife, 3rd stop, we get off. Stop 1, stop 2, stop 3. They come to the 3rd stop, and his wife says, okay, let's go. Let's get off. He says, no, this is not the right stop. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It's not the stop. It's the next stop. She says, yeah, but you said the 3rd stop. It looks, no, it's the next stop. Okay, you don't argue with a guy who's agitated. Fine, sits back down, and the bus goes, and he's like, boy, no, this was the right stop. And the next stop is a ganz long distance away. What are you going to do? So this day has gone to in a handbasket quite quickly, and he's quite frustrated. And finally they get off, and now they got to figure out how to get it back. And he says, I'm standing there, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what else can go wrong? And a bus pulls up, and I look at the bus, and I see this is the bus that I took into Yerushalayim, and that's the driver. Says, I ran up on the steps. I said, I went to the driver. I said, excuse me, baby, do you know? Ulai matze mishu et takisha. Yeah, I have your wallet. I have a wallet. Yeah, let me see. He matches it up. It's yours. He said to me, every single thing that I thought was going wrong was not going wrong. It was going right. If they would have given me a car, I would have driven wherever I would have driven. I never would have come back to the apartment, come to the wife for this all to happen. If my wife wouldn't have been at that far park, we never would have taken a bus and made a mistake. If we would have gotten off at the 3rd stop, which is where I know we're supposed to get off, I never would have been here waiting when that bus came. It was only because every single thing that went wrong went right. And that's the point. You are in a great place. Every single thing that you see is a chesaron. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is working for you. He has a plan. I guarantee you when you get access to that plan, You will see how all the little pieces tied together so beautifully. You'll see the beautiful precision. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu draws a masterpiece, my friend, it's a masterpiece. There's no filler material there. Every single thing is there and there for a reason and beautifully laid in. And you're going to be zecher to see it in a way that many won't.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org